Hey there, Lily here for the Sound Healers Association. So, in this week's module, we're going to be talking a little bit about energy medicine and what that means and how we can look at a perspective of the known universe um, from this idea that energy exists within the field of matter and within the field of consciousness. We can see that there's electricity and there are electromagnetic fields that exist within our bodies and within the body of the ecosystems around us. We can start to tap into that and consciously become aware of those invisible fields and vibrating frequencies and resonances that make up our bodies and the known universes. And so we can start to map our reality a little bit with this knowledge, and we can start to create a map of an architecture of our own bodies and an architecture of reality based on these patterns and these archetypes that show up in our reality. And so you can look at some of the incredible science surrounding quantum mechanics and quantum physics and sound and vibrational healing from a scientific perspective. On that quantum level, we can see that the atoms and molecules are just vibrating and vibrating at these different frequencies and resonances. And they can study these, and they have studied these quite acutely. And so, as we've been exploring, there are the positive and harmful frequencies. And so, in ancient Vedic traditions, we see this system of the chakra system. And so that's looking at a framework of the human body that is based on these different energy centers that make up our bodies. And so they talk about the 7 main chakras, but there are actually chakras in your hands and feet as well, and all kinds of different energy pathways, and from traditional Chinese medicine, who look at the 5 element theory and the meridian lines in our bodies. And so there are all different frameworks or traditions or lineages or maps of the architecture of our reality. But what we're really trying to say is, on a fundamental level, we are just made up of energy and vibration. And so we have these electromagnetic fields, and through meditation and sound and vibrational healing, we can start to tap into these and to consciously harness these as a therapeutic tool to help us and to help our clients, which is incredible. So this is just a little touch on that. I'm just going to explore a little bit the framework of the chakra system and what that means. And I'm going to give to you just a very simple mantra meditation that is said to be associated with the chakras. It is the Bija mantra, which means seed. The Bija mantra is the seed meditation. And so I'm going to take you through this. And so first of all, we come with the root chakra. And this is said to be at the base of our spine, right on the perineum or the anus muscles. So we have this energy center here, the root chakra, which is signified by the color red. And it's said to be related to the survival instinct, this primal energy and primal nature within us. That is the blood. It is the blood that goes back into the earth, the roots down underneath the earth that connects us to our blood and our lineages and our ancestral realms. And so there's this connection downwards through our feet into the body of the earth, through the roots. So they call that the root chakra. And it is, yes, this driver, this primal driver and motivator that is the survival instinct, our urge and will to survive, and looking at what are our primal needs and primal urges, and to connect in with that, with what that means and what that represents to you. So then as we move up, we come to our sacral chakra, which is just where the womb space would be, where our reproductive organs live. And this is said to be connected to our emotional centers and this creative energy, this inherent creative life force energy that dwells within us, where we can look at the sacred union of opposites and the embodiment of that container space, that divine feminine container space that is the womb, the sacred womb. And so we can look at our sexuality and how that expresses as part of our unique creative self-expression, and what role that has to play and where that fits within this framework, because we're all born through that dance of life, that creative sacred union of opposites that comes together when the masculine element and the feminine element join together in an alchemy, in a harmony, to create the coherence or the synthesis of the new unique one. And so it is that feminine safety of the womb and that container and the yin energy that we can cultivate, but then how we express that in the world through our creative self-expression and sexual energy. So it has a lot to do with a bit of the fire inside us, starting to cultivate that fire, but then again to bring in the element of water, where we have the waters of the womb and that deep feminine listening and the intuition, where we can start to listen to our emotions and the deep depths of our psyche and soul in the dreaming landscape where we are when we're in the womb. We can connect in with that, and that is the color orange, the sacral chakra. And then as we move up through these lines, we come to the solar plexus chakra, which is right at the core in the center. And this is the color yellow, this vibrant outward, the kind of masculine energy of the fire and the sun that radiates and vibrates out into the world. And so that is our action in the world. It is our willpower. It is our conscious choice, our cultivating our personal power and living the warrior's way with integrity of our word and authenticity and alignment in who we are and what it is that we stand for, and how we hold our integrity in the world as powerful beings of light and consciousness. So that is the solar plexus energy. And you could say that that's a kind of masculine fire energy, where it's this outward yang, driving, doing, action energy. And so then we come up into the heart chakra, where we start to bring in the element of air with the breath, and this expansion of love that comes with the heart chakra, an opening, the openness to spread our arms in love and an honoring of the other as self. And so we can start to come in, this is represented with the color green. And so we can start to bring in this consciousness and awareness of the green in our lives, the plants, the nature, the ecology, and our eco-conscious relationship with Mother Earth and the land, and how we can open ourselves up to this, a kind of Gaia energy that is, we are, the matter of our bodies is actually part of the matter of the earth body. And so we are actually one. We are all connected, like in Zen philosophy. You would say it's this empty oneness of all reality, that everything is connected. And it is a universal law that is underlying all of nature and all of reality. Kind of universal truth.